All right, Grant, pre-show shenanigans. So obviously we're gonna start this episode with college football, and because we're starting with college football, this is something that I know we probably wouldn't get to in the episode, but it's something that I think is perfect for a pre-show. So
So it's like a on topic
yeah,
pre-show.
on topic pre-show,
Okay.
pseudo pre-show, but there's a direction I want to take this that really makes it a pre-show because it's a reoccurring pre-show topic.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Grant, James Madison will play at Liberty on September 15th of 2020 or
Oh,
2040, sorry.
oh,
And
I saw
it is
this.
now it is now the furthest contracted football game
Is it of all
on
time
record. On record.
from the date that it was
Well,
signed?
let me finish. Let
Okay,
me
keep
finish.
going.
The people playing in this game, Grant, are
How old are
currently
they currently? They're
are
not alive?
currently in kindergarten.
Okay.
They're currently in kindergarten, which means Grant Juice might be playing in this game.
Oh my goodness.
Juice
Okay.
might be playing in this
So
game.
do you think we could get a line out from Vegas for this? You think we can get a
For
line out?
Juice,
I mean, hey,
I mean,
we know
maybe.
some person. Well, big
We
projection.
know a
Juice is
player.
going to one of these schools, but hey, I mean, that there's some degenerate out there, probably Ipe Mizuhara, who is looking at those lines. Ipe
I
would
mean, he
definitely
probably
throw a
is.
bet
The
a
guy that
decade
called
plus in the
the
future,
guy was
hundred
it the other
percent.
was it last year the guy that called in and called his picks to his friends from jail called in the
Oh,
parlay
oh,
picks and it hit
and they hit,
and they
and
hit
they hit, and they
and they
hit.
hit.
Yeah. That was an iconic. You know what? I clearly the second parlay he threw out did not hit, or else it would have caught on for the whole season. Clearly the second one was not good. But yeah, I mean that is a good point. I saw they had these things scheduled out for I saw like a 2035, 2040s in there too. I was really the most fascinated with maybe it was with JMU or it was a different team, but one of the series they scheduled, the games were like 8 years apart. So can we even really call that a series? Is that a home and home if they're played 8 years apart from each other? Literally two recruiting cycles removed. If 4 years is a quote recruiting cycle, two cycles removed. Is that still a
Yes,
series?
I think so.
Is that?
I
I
think
don't know.
so.
I don't know. If you were to tell me in between those two games, from when the first and second is played, that literally zero staff members from the first game were there for the second one, wouldn't surprise me. The way
Yeah.
JMU is getting poached right now, I
Yeah.
mean, hell, they'll probably have
Hey,
new
the
coaches
biggest
every
the
other
biggest
year.
point the biggest point of this pre-show is
Yeah,
Grant. There's
juice.
there's juice.
There's
There's a game scheduled. Juice
a
might
game
play right now
scheduled
that
for
we're
juice.
aware of. That we're
Uh,
aware of.
yeah, I it'd be really funny if they have a time for those games. Unlike college football this year, they're announcing game times the week of this year.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
like,
I
we do
know.
not care about you.
Yeah.
They
I
do
mean,
not care.
Our Ole Miss game was just announced. It's now. I think it's like 3 p.m. or some shit. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's next week or 2 weeks from now.
it's
2 weeks
crazy
from
to
now.
me. When they're just like, yeah, no, the networks quite literally get full control, and we are giving them as much time as possible to select the game that they're showing. I think that really what it is, it's probably last year. What probably happened is Fox locked in a ton of games, and then actually, Everett, I have it. Last year, Fox locked in a shit ton of Michigan games, expecting them to be good again. Michigan was 7-5. They weren't an entertaining draw. And so Fox is like, we are not going to lock ourselves into a week 11 big noon kickoff between two teams that we have no idea how they're going to be week 11. So I get why the network, I
Hey,
just
can we
logically
lock
can't.
in JMU Liberty
Let's get
September
that.
16th,
Let's get that a night
2040?
game. Let's get that a
Night
night
game.
game.
Night game.
Yeah, no. Let's get that a 7:30 local start. Yep.
Right
7:30
now we
local
know.
start.
Hey, we know.
Let's
No, we're
ink that
locking it
in
in.
right now.
Locking
Let's
it in.
start the bidding war now. ESPN, you guys are up first. Then NBC. We really hope that ESPN makes a bid on it, or else NBC will lowball and just accept that one on Peacock. We do not want juice on Peacock for that one. So we hope ESPN puts a bid in to force NBC to rebid and make sure it's on the actual network.
Okay.
Just thinking
I want to get the episode started because
let's
we
get
have
into
a
it.
we have a potential, Grant. We have a potential
breaking
1, 2,
news
3 null situation.
Oh,
we have a potential 1, 2, 3 null situation.
All right, we'll start off with that right after the intro. But without further ado, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today is episode 331, and we have a jam-packed show tonight for you folks. We have the highly anticipated Week 2 Waterboy picks after the greatest start in the history of sports media ever. The greatest start in the history of all
I don't think that's too bold of a take.
Ever? No.
I don't think that's too bold of a
take.
We
have 14-2 and 13-3. So it is the greatest start in the history of sports media picks. And also,
maybe besides the kid who went like almost 3 weeks into March Madness with a perfect bracket. Like that.
Yeah, that's pretty damn impressive.
That might be it.
All right. He's got pretty damn good. Okay. All right. We'll put a finger up on that one. The second most impressive sports media take in the history of planet Earth. So, and then also with college football, we'll be diving into it after this little quick segment. But we have a message to the college football world regarding preseason polls in AP poll voters. Any longtime listeners should not be surprised by the comments that are going to be made on that. But Everett, kick us off. So
I mean, this is a game we're not spending time on. Let me just fact check to make sure that it is a game. TCU does play SMU this week, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, not going to spend much time talking about the game, but this is something we're going to have to track now, Grant. We're going to have to put a radar on. TCU came out with and I quote, half-acre Korean corn dog this week. It is a hot dog with mozzarella cheese.
I think I heard you misspeak. You said half-acre?
Half-acre Korean corn dog. Now, it's a hot dog with mozzarella cheese. Let me finish. Half-acre. It's just the name. It's just the name. Let's not get.
We're going on a unit. I was about to say, holy shit. Let's call up Jaws. We have a new challenge. Okay.
It is a hot dog with mozzarella cheese dipped in ube batter.
That the thing that
fried in panko. It's the purple thing. Yeah, fried in panko, dusted with ube powder, and then drizzled with a sweet and spicy sauce. Now, Grant, I just sent you this tweet. I need
a visual. Okay, I'm seeing SMU does not play TCU this week, but that's even worse.
But they did. It's on their schedule, correct? I just want to make sure it's in their schedule.
No, this is worse, Everett, because they are announcing this food item and they're not even playing this week.
I don't think the food item.
Oh, I thought it was like specifically for the SMU game.
No. It's not specifically for the SMU game. However,
I'm seeing what you sent me now.
It is specific to what I'm about to talk about.
When are they playing? I'm
about to look it up. Okay, I need to fact check this.
We need like a counter.
They play next week. They play on the 20th.
Okay.
At TCU. Now, Grant, this is the 1, 2, 3 null situation. I have at LO Big 12.
Yeah, right? I got this username.
This. I'm stapling this now to the podcast in case the tweet gets
deleted.
Sending
this page to our personal chats to have this marked.
And I quote says, if TCU loses to SMU, I will put this, referring to the corn dog, for lack of inappropriate terms, up the hind end, up the rear end, Grant. I don't know about you, but I feel like SMU is definitely on pace to beat TCU, Grant.
Yeah, I just feel like the precedent that has been set, if you make these wild hypothetical bets, if my team loses, I will do X. This doesn't end out well for the team.
No, if you don't do it. If you don't do it.
Well, hey, even like, despite doing it or not, I so far of the two FSU fan if blank, if FSU loses, I will do X. Blank tweets.
There
They
was
lost
another
both
team.
those
There was
games.
another
They
team's
lost
fan that
both
did
of
it
them.
last year, and they actually did it. I remember they did it after FSU Null.
Well, we went over that. He shoved a beefy 5-layer burrito up his. I mean, come on, Everett. That's as respect as it gets. But the point is, they lost that game.
I know.
Like, it's not like
Yeah.
saying this makes you win. No.
But hey, I didn't want to spend much time on it. I just wanted to put it on everybody's radar. That's a discussion for next week. It's next week's game.
No. That was very important.
Yeah.
I have not seen that been mentioned by any other college football media personality.
Yeah, no,
so
it's the Waterboy way. We had to do
we
it.
might be able to get a little monopoly going on.
Yeah, no. That's ours. That's ours now.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is ours. Fair use. Let's like get like a copyright. If anyone else addresses it, we are copyright.
Get in on it.
Like the Fine Bros
okay.
Claiming that they owned reaction videos.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
But before we dive into the games, this was the biggest piece of sports news of the week, I would say.
Yeah.
I'd say biggest sports news of the week. A USC beat writer was questioned. This is just public information. I hope everybody is aware of this because based on the reaction, it seems like most people aren't aware, but every single AP poll voter has their 1 through 25 polled votes posted online every single week. They are public information. If you want to go see which AP poll voter is underrating your team, guess what? You can do that right now if you want. So this is all public information. That is not new, but it seems like this is the first time that many people have seen these AP poll submissions. And I find it hilarious how many people are now saying, "Oh, the AP poll is so dumb. It should go away." Like she admitted openly she doesn't care at all about the ballot and that it doesn't matter and she doesn't watch the games. Everett, I literally think on the second episode of this podcast, I think I said that point. maybe the second, it may have been within the first 10 minutes of the second episode we ever recorded. It blows my mind that people are now realizing AP poll voters don't watch every game. How are you just just think logically. College football as a sport, there's Everett, help me out here, 134 FBS teams.
34, 36.
Help me out. It's 130 something. I don't know. It's a lot. Okay.
136.
136. Obviously, there's bye weeks, but roughly you could have up to 60, 70 games per week. And usually they're all on Saturday. Everett, question. Is it humanly possible for a human within a 24-hour stretch to watch 60 football games completely front to finish? Is that humanly
Are we allowed to use the fast forward feature?
Nope. You're
then the answer is no. I can't go on 2 times speed.
You can't. It's not possible to watch every game.
However,
quick point to anyone like being like, "How are you not watching every game?" You don't watch every game. Shut up. No one can. You can't. There's too many games. So like those people pipe down. But also at the same time,
I will say though, it isn't super hard to track the scores on your phone and then see which games are close and watch those games.
I am not defending her over that at all. Hey, I wish she was a box score watcher because that would be an improvement over what she is currently. If she was a box score watcher, which is like one of the most offensive things you could call people today in sports, but if she was a box score watcher, then I wouldn't have a problem.
I'm also just saying, like, you could be a box score watcher and then use that to then determine if you need to watch a game.
Yes, I'm completely fine with that. Hey, if the box score says, I don't know, like last week, Oregon 70, Oklahoma State 3. Okay, we don't need to watch. Okay.
But if the box score says 2 minutes left, I don't know, end of the third quarter, USF's up
If the
on
box score
Florida.
says USF win next to it, maybe check this one out.
Yeah, maybe you want to watch the replay.
Yeah. So just to be a little more precise, the big uproar. Obviously, these votes were published I think it's actually on Sunday. I think they have to post on Sundays.
They moved it. I think they moved it.
I think that's up.
It used to be like Mondays.
So they now actually have to upload it Sunday, which shit, it's even more in the girls' point. Like, there's no way you're watching every game now that you have to upload it Sunday. There's actually 0% chance you could. So that just low-key helps the beat writer out even more. But it blows my mind how many adults in college football media are like now saying this is a problem. I'm like, guys, I was saying years ago, like Ohio State had a top 5 win over Notre Dame like 3 years ago because they beat them week 1. Notre Dame was not even a top 10 team that season, but we got a top 5 win in our resume in the college football playoff. They were like, Ohio State is a top 5 win. It's like, dude, Notre Dame's like 8-4. What are we talking about? Like, what? It makes no sense to me. And yeah, I have to bring up an example of Ohio State benefiting from it to prove the point how dumb it is. But yeah, it kind of blows my mind how many adults are like just aware of it. But with all that being said, Everett, this subjectivity with voters, that's what makes the sports. That's what allows us to talk on the podcast right now. Okay. This dialogue created from it is good for the sport. Now, when an outsider, let's say you're an NFL fan, you casually watch college football, maybe they're looking at this like, I mean, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, they have preseason subjective polls with the voters literally just admitting they don't watch the games. How could you be going off that? Like, what? But I think that's what makes the sport great. I think that's what makes the sport amazing.
I do just think that this is one of the biggest incidences of people being like, what the fuck? Why? Like, because the sole fact that
she just openly admitted
but Florida also moving Florida up 2 spots, and then USF is still unranked. Like, some other argument, basically the defense being like, well, somebody else will cover my ass.
No,
like other people. Yeah, I know.
Her reason
other people will put him higher. Like, well, what the fuck? What?
A majority of other voters also mail it in, which is true. She's not,
but it's not like they're not ranking a team that lost 2 spots higher.
No, yeah, like
that's just why it's heinous.
I didn't like her whole demeanor when answering the question, just her attitude. Like, it just seemed like she could not care less, and it seemed like when she was doing the interview, she did not expect it to go viral at all. But it's funny, Everett, because if she just doesn't do the interview, I bet we aren't talking about it right now.
Probably not.
Like, if they just uploaded all those polls, a couple of people would have been looking at, like, I check it and I'll look at it, I'll be like, holy shit, what? But it wouldn't have gotten this big. But she decided to take an interview.
I think the interview happened after a few people started criticizing her,
yeah.
Then it blew up.
No, yeah. The
interview was super defensive.
The criticism started, and that prompted her to comment on it in an interview.
Yeah.
But that initial online discourse, in my opinion, was not large enough to prompt her to actually respond. She should have just stayed hidden and
just not
would have blown by.
Okay. But, all right, let's get into the games. Let's get in the game so we can get in the NFL here.
Starting off, this is my game of the week. Number 16, Texas A&M going on the road to number 8, Notre Dame. This is Notre Dame's game of the year. If Notre Dame loses this game, they're not making the college football playoff. And I don't think A&M's necessarily the greatest team. I think it's just another Texas 8-4. It's probably what it's going to be again, but early season right now, I think Notre Dame is gettable right now. I'm going to say this on record right now, Everett. CJ Carr, certified dog. That's a quarterback, right? CJ Carr is he can sling it. Like he can sling it. I
No, I
know
can't.
2 weeks ago when we were covering it, I was like kind of crazy on Marcus Freeman in this quarterback's first career start against a good Miami team. Kind of crazy that the game plan is let's make him be Superman and not hand the ball off to Jeremiah Love. We were questioning that. Shit, maybe Freeman knows something. Maybe,
I don't know
maybe
what information you're going off of here to know that, but
from what I saw in that game, CJ Carr
oh
looked good.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Did
all
you think he
right.
didn't?
Uh, I think I don't think that he was like earth bending good.
Sure, he wasn't like CJ Strouding against Georgia, but
Like
I was impressed. I was like, oh,
I don't think I was like I wasn't blown away.
he looked better than Arch. He looked better than Sand. He looked better than
Okay, well
Underwood. He looked
that
better
was a
than all
pretty
those
low. That
guys.
was probably that was a pretty low bar week
But
one.
I'm just saying for all these guys in their first start, I actually thought CJ Carr looked the most composed.
Okay, fair point. Um, yeah, I mean this is
Marcel Reed, I'm not entirely sold on yet. I like him. I like Marcel Reed. I think he's fun to watch. I think he's fun. A lot more fun than Connor Wegman. But uh, it's just Texas A&M might not even Mike Elko. Texas A&M in these big games when they're hyped up, their season technically isn't over yet. They just fall flat. Like last year, I unfortunately said A&M over Texas in their rivalry matchup. Oh my God, A&M's offense, it's like they just quit, packed it up. All right, we're on to the next
I
season.
mean,
It's
look,
like, oh,
there's a reason why
cool.
Texas A&M is still ranked 16th when they're 2-0. But um, this is like you said. I mean, this is it for Notre Dame. You have
They
to
need to
win
win
this
if they
game.
don't win this
You
game
have. There's no
because
playoffs.
Texas A&M is going to be 8-4, and if you have an L to them, and they're going to finish like 6 in the SEC. So if you have an L to them, it's not going to be good. So
I will like I have faith Notre Dame can pull it out, and I think you just have to use Jeremiah Love more
oh yeah, I
properly.
would
But
suggest to run the ball. Like my only explanation is he had to have been hurt. I mean,
yeah,
like
I mean also the
so
weather was
he
the
had
field
to have.
was shitty. Like yeah, I mean I fully agree. I
But I
also
Everett, correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't you kind of think shitty field? We need to run even more. We're not going to throw with the shitty like because it was raining too. It wasn't just like field like your game against the Bears. It was raining too. So you would
yeah
think even more Jeremiah Love time, right?
yeah yeah. I
So
mean
I don't understand. I just
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. I don't know what that game plan was. I guess it was Miami secondary last year was the weak spot, and they thought this is how we're gonna beat them. But stop throwing the ball to Faison, guys. Stop. But yeah,
um
I like Notre Dame in this one. I expect it though to be tight at the end of the half. Notre Dame pulls away. My second game of the week, Georgia at Tennessee. I'm really excited to see Joey Aguilar go up against an SEC defense. This Georgia secondary should be a lot better. They're returning a lot of guys from last season, specifically Alice Robinson, KJ Bolden, expecting some big leaps from them two going into their true sophomore years. I would say they were probably the least talked about true freshmen last year because Ryan Williams shit on them on that one play. It was literally against Ellis Robinson and KJ Bolden. So fair enough. Their one big moment, they got literally embarrassed. So fair. Regardless, I expect a big step up from them. And also, I'm getting some Stetson Bennett vibes from the Georgia team, not in the sense of like, hey, Stetson was good on Georgia. Okay. He beat me twice. Like, Stetson was good on Georgia. But I think the team just rallies around Gunnar Stockton more than they did with
yeah.
Beck. And I think that
Nobody's surprised.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a hot take. But I think that could elevate the play of some non-quarterback players on the team to step up and go a little bit above and beyond. Because hey, Gunner's the quarterback. Whether it's this is my guy, I want to play for him, or we know he's not as talented as Beck last year, so we got to try a little harder. Whatever it is, I think we could see a little more Georgia football this year compared to last season because it was not Georgia football that you're used to last year. But yeah, I like Georgia in this one, but I'm really excited to see Joey Aguilar pass. If he's hitting some deep shots, oh shit! Like Tennessee could make a statement. We are playoff contenders, based on how they pass against Georgia specifically. But yeah, I still like Georgia in that one. 3.5 spread seems tight to me. Like, oh shit, this one they think's gonna be tight. Florida LSU would have been bigger. I think Florida has Miami next week, so
LSU's about to kill them.
And LSU just had their look ahead game last week. They looked awful against LTech. So, I mean, LSU, lay the points, boys. Lay the points. Before we get to your
there's one game I want to talk. There's one thing I want to talk about though. Yeah. What different game?
Okay. Clemson, Georgia Tech.
Nope. Not the game I wanted to talk about, but yeah.
Clemson, Georgia Tech is the last one I'm really circling in on. To no surprise here, Georgia Tech's live. Clemson, actually, quick little game. Everett, what do you think the spread is? Clemson is favorited. What do you think the spread is?
Clemson is favorited?
Clemson is favorited at Georgia Tech. What do you think the line is?
3.5?
Really close. It's 2.5. That might be the smallest spread Clemson has ever had.
Yeah, that's
an ACC conference game.
Yeah, years. I mean, also I'll be honest, based on how Clemson's played, Georgia Tech plays up really fucking well too.
They play up. They play up to their competition
really well.
And Clemson
I can see Georgia Tech with this game. I wouldn't be shocked
live.
At all.
They're live.
I wouldn't be shocked at all. And it's at Georgia Tech. So
I think the play is Georgia Tech first half money line. I think that's the play. I think that's.
I'd also would take them 2.5.
Yeah. But I think if we're looking at a little value one, I think Georgia Tech first half money line could be your play here.
Yeah.
But this isn't the Tulane game that you're about to bring up.
Nope.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So let's hear it.
I mean, Grant, you forgot.
Oh, Vandy.
The battle for Vandy Florida.
Oh, USF Miami. Yeah. I saw 18-point spread. That's on me. That's on me.
Do we want to know? We want to know what the spreads were the last two games that they played?
I don't care.
Because it was 18
right.
last game.
You're right. That shit doesn't matter. USF plus 17 and a half.
Hey, all I'm saying, yeah. No, this is the one thing I think I've repeated several times on this podcast. I'm going to say it again.
Plus 17.
USF is an American team.
Hey, you have been on them all year. I'm giving your right here.
I will always stand by the fact that USF plays up. USF plays up the competition. And while they don't always win the games because but they play close.
This is even,
if it's like a 16 point spread versus
Bama the past few
versus
years.
A ranked team, Bama you take their spread.
No, yeah.
You take their spread. Sprinkle all over that. Sprinkle all over.
I'm just thinking a little bit. I'm thinking a little bit more. Those two Bama games that they were close games against USF, it was like 14-7. Now this USF upset last week is an 18-16 game. So just based off some trends.
You're saying the under.
I'm saying Carson Beck's about to throw the worst I was going to say pick six. They're not scoring points. The worst interception in the red zone you have ever seen in your life after the most impressive drive down the field. Oh, it's coming, Everett. It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming.
But I mean, I need to check because they've not beat Florida. If they can beat Miami, I need to see.
Dude, I don't think Miami's going to score 18 points against USF. I think that's actually the freest spread in a while.
It was free last week. Just you had to know. If you know, you know. That's what it was.
Everett, now I'm afraid. You know what? Everett, I'm gonna do my part. I'm not touching this game because I know if I do, I'm gonna stank it up. So I'm not touching this. I want to see it happen. I'm not touching it out of respect. I'm not touching it.
Unless I'm missing a school, USF does have a chance besides FSU. They would have to play FSU in the playoffs or in a bowl game to run the state of Florida schools. They play Miami this week. They play FAU week 7.
They get FIU.
Oh, no FIU. So they can't. unless FIU
I'm pretty
also
sure we
makes
had the
playoffs.
FIU Bowl last week, or that's this week. Let me check.
Maybe
Because
there's
Loki,
there's some
we got an FIU Bowl.
there could be
Okay,
some transitive properties there that if they beat the team that beat they played
oh,
FAMU.
that's this weekend. The battle of the F initial U schools, FAU versus FIU. Okay, this Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern start. Be there. Be at Pit Bull Stadium. That's FIU Stadium.
I guess I don't know.
Mr. Worldwide's. Wait, I just put two. Whatever. FIU Stadium is in honor of Pitbull, the musician. Is that the first stadium named after a person and not a sponsor?
No, it's not the first stadium named after a person. Bear brought like what? There's a lot of stadiums named after
those
people.
are like coaches or players. Pitbull's just a Miami guy, but how did he get it?
He's
That's
Mr.
like
Worldwide.
LA naming their stadium the Snoop Dogg. Like if crypto was Snoop Dogg Stadium, which would be lit.
I mean,
but that's the equivalent. If New Orleans Stadium was Lil Wayne Stadium,
there's a better way to put
Minnesota's Prince Stadium, Wheezy Stadium.
That's it's either Lizzo Stadium or it's
well,
Gravy.
that would be it's
Young
about
Gravy
damn
Stadium.
time stadium.
Young Gravy Stadium.
Oh shit, yeah, that too. Who gets the Texas? Is it the Rock? The Rocks?
No,
he claims
no,
Texas.
You know who gets it.
No, help me.
I'm trying to think.
It can't be an athlete. Remember that. McConaughey Stadium. Oh, I think McConaughey would decline that. He'd be like, no, UT's larger than me.
Or it's Glenn Powell Stadium. No, wait, Glenn
Powell would accept the Glenn Powell Field. The field is named after him.
Yeah, fair. Okay, let's get to Tulane Duke.
I'm sorry,
this is my
Pitbull Stadium. I'm sorry, dude. What?
Oh, hey, that was a good find. That was a good find. That was a good find.
What?
That was a good find. So right now, Grant, this is. I mean, we play Ole Miss this year, but this is our game because of the fact that Darian's coming back here. Tulane looked bad. It was a sloppy game last week. We ended up, I think we beat South Alabama by like 4. We let up like 2 touchdowns like the last quarter. It was a sloppy
last week.
We were down 0-14. I think to start it, like it was a sloppy game.
Maybe look ahead.
But Duke also looked horrendous last week, and they lost. So this is going to be a big one. The stadium's going to be packed out. Everybody's going to be there just specifically for the fact that Darian's coming back and the way that everything left with him leaving here and his agent and everything. I'm expecting a big turnout. I'm expecting it to be loud. I'm expecting it to be a ruckus. And I expect Tulane to win the game.
Can we get a hashtag Pack Yeoman going?
Oh, it's already going.
Good.
I mean, did you not?
I love that, by the way. I'm a fan of Pack Yeoman. Like, I'm a fan.
I mean, we had I guess it didn't post. I thought I had a story post that maybe it didn't. Maybe I posted the other day. But it was there's a post that's a quote from John Summerall being basically like, I expect the stadium to be electric this weekend. And there's also there was an ESPN article that was an interview with Darian saying, yeah, I'm expecting it to be a very hostile environment.
Is there any concern from a couple weeks ago? And now I can really confirm this because you told me you saw this human being at a bar that day. But is there any concern with Coach Summerall inviting Benjamin Mincy into his house after their first win to have some?
I think that might have gotten out of the system after South Alabama. I think that was the system,
Okay.
But hey, Mincy's
we don't
been
need
around.
Mincy to bring the Ole Miss
been around
over.
Mincy's been around the program before, and our practice field is technically Mintz Field. So we have a field in the back called Mintz Field. Different Mintz.
Not okay. I was about to
Different
say, if you
mints,
were about
but
to
it
tell
is
me
Mints
Ben
Field.
Mintz's grandfather's like a
Maybe
goat
maybe
at
it's
Tulane.
related, but I don't think that it is. Because I'm pretty sure when I was there, I saw him see it for the first time. He was like, "Picture, picture."
He's like, oh, is that
With the
for
sun.
me? It's like, no, Ben. Holy shit. I'm kidding. I love Mincy. But
But
yeah, I love Tulane in this game. Number one reason why I love Tulane even more than anything that's occurred on this podcast. Josh Pate, best bet of the week, Tulane. So oh yeah, that's the fun.
little combo
Okay. Oh
USF, a
yeah.
little American combo USF Tulane.
We're on that. We're on that, Everett. We're on that. That's not going to be a jinx out of me. Don't need to worry about that part. But yeah, I love that you guys get a night game. Should be 7 p.m. local start. Love
Yep.
that for you guys. And what I'm seeing on the weather right now, 88 at kickoff. Oh, Darian's gonna be sweating.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice but I mean, he played here. He's used to it.
I'm aware. But shit. Their coach Manny Diaz. Manny
Rest
Diaz
of
is
them
gonna have
boys.
a
Nice little brow.
a damp
Nice
brow.
little brow.
All right.
Hey,
It's
all
gonna
I
be
want
like
to
the
say
AZ
is, all I want to say
unibrow with
is,
sweat.
I was
all right?
leaving campus today. I'm leaving campus. John Summerall running right by me, going for his daily jog. Middle of the day. Sun's out, 4:30.
Dude, that's
like,
even more impressive.
Going for a run up and down. Yeah, no, he's locked in.
Like,
He's locked in.
Yeah, no, and you know that 4:30 run, that might be his third workout of the day. All right.
Yeah.
Coach is in good shape. All
Yeah.
right. But I mean,
he's also kind of starting to grow a mean beard right now, too. Like,
whoa, now bearded Sumra, holy shit. What could that
right now it's
be?
kind of stubbly. It's like the inner stubble phase, like
we're
as
talking
it's coming out
purely ball. What heights could bearded Sumrall take this Tulane Green Wave football team?
I'll tell you, higher than Kalen DeBoer at Bama. So,
well, Kalen DeBoer at Bama. Well, we're aware that some Alabama fans, if they win that jackpot lottery ball, well,
yeah, God, yeah, look out.
You know what comes
look
first? Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. It's gonna be a tough couple months for Kalen DeBoer, and they got Everett. They have from the day this goes live. They play Georgia in 16 days. At Georgia.
Tough.
At Georgia. So
I have zero faith that they'll win any games the rest of the year, to be honest. So
I like this. This is the 7-5, 8-4 year.
Yeah. Okay, do we want to get into the NFL?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll wrap it up with college football. On to the NFL. Other than that one kid in like 2014 who like was perfect up until like the Final Four, maybe. I don't know.
I think it was in the final. I think it was like in the Final Four.
Yeah. Like
it's the deepest I've ever seen.
It was deep. At minimum, he made it through half of the Elite Eight. He made it through day one of the Elite Eight at minimum. But other than that, this was the most impressive take prediction start of the year takes predictions in the history of sports media. 14-2 week for myself, 13-3 week for Everett. In terms of my undefeateds, well, I am undefeated in all primetime games, all early slate games. I am the witching hour king, Everett. Okay. Why I will certainly hold this title for 1 week because the 8-8 week is coming. That's happening right now.
Hey. That's what you said the first week.
It's another 14-2 though, boys. But if I say that, then it won't be. So I need to say it's going to be 8-8. That's how we get it. But immaculate vibes when it comes to NFL picks. The vibes couldn't be higher. But Everett, would you like to get us into this slate?
All right. Well, see, it's unfortunate because I did go 13-3 and I have to get us in the slate. This is normally the part of the year where I don't do this.
Yeah. 13-3. That's a loser this week. That's how crazy this week was.
This is why we also have median wins. That's why we should have median wins, Grant. Though I think I'd lose the median.
Yeah.
Anyways, 13 and a half.
Yeah.
13 and a half.
Yeah. I'm trying to carry the one.
Yeah. Okay. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do have median wins in your fantasy football league. We are not sponsored by Sleeper, but Sleeper, if you'd like to sponsor us, we'll plug it. Okay. So games this week, Grant. What a slate do we have? All right. Thursday night, we're starting off with the Commanders at the Green Bay Packers. Sunday, noon slate, Jaguars at Bengals, Giants at Cowboys, Bears at Lions, Rams at Titans, Patriots at Dolphins, 49ers at Saints, Bills at Jets, Seahawks at Steelers, and Browns at Ravens. 3 o'clock slate, we have Broncos at Colts, Panthers at Cardinals, and Eagles at Chiefs. And then Sunday night, we have Falcons
no Sunday night football
Vikings.
this week.
The ESPN app always moves your game to the top of the list for Sunday. I don't know why it does that, but Sunday
it's just
night,
when you go on NFL, it'll put your favorites at the top.
Yeah. Sunday night, we got Falcons at Vikings. Monday night, doubleheader. We got 6 p.m. Bucks at Texans, and then 9 p.m. Chargers at Raiders. All right, Grant.
The fact that East Coast people, that second Monday night starts at 10 p.m. I mean,
that's ridiculous. Like
what
that's
a
game. That's a game that you should do on like a Thursday night, so at least people might be out already when it's time to have a game on. You can watch the game.
No,
when you're
hey,
out.
At least the good news is, if Herbert doesn't have a good game, nobody's watching. So
yeah, no. Hey, we know the AP poll voters won't be watching. Don't worry. All right, Grant. Here's my picks. Already called the Commanders on the last episode.
Yeah, I'm on Packers already too. So
Commanders, Bengals, Cowboys, Bears. Lions was really fucking hard.
Say it.
Fucking hard. I've been sitting here going back and forth. I kind of want to.
Johnson revenge.
I kind of want it. I kind of want to go back and maybe put in a.
Do it, Anakin.
I want to hear. I want to hear what you said, and then maybe be able to change my answer. I know this is going to end up being wrong. Give me the fucking Bears. Give me the Bears.
Maybe the first time a human has ever said that in the history of Earth.
God, the Lions just
Bears.
The Lions
famous last
so
words.
bad. The Lions just look so bad.
Oh yeah.
Rams, Patriots, 49ers with Mac Attack, Bills, Steelers, Ravens, Colts, Cardinals, Eagles, Vikings, Bucks, Chargers.
All right, only a handful of differences.
That's what it was last week.
There's 4 differences again.
Same last week.
Packers, Bengals, Cowboys, Lions, Rams, Patriots. I have a feeling some of these agreements, one of these 50-50s, we're getting slaughtered at. I don't know. Or we're sweeping again. I don't know. It's one of the other. Patriots, Niners. We'll get into it in the breakdown. I know we both picked Niners, but I want to discuss that one real quick. Bills, Steelers, Ravens, Broncos, Cardinals, Eagles, Vikings, Texans, Chargers, bolt up. I want to start 49ers Saints. That one had me flipping back and forth.
I mean, it did. I mean, Kittle's out,
Kittle's out, Purdy's out, and regardless of those two things going into the year, I told myself I don't think the Saints are going to finish with the worst record in the NFL. They're not going to be a good team, but
I mean,
I expect them to get a bullshit win more than the Giants
or the Browns
or the Browns.
But I mean, look, the Saints
still, it's not.
The Saints are definitely capable of getting bullshit wins here or there, and they looked good last week. Like, I mean, at the end of the game, like, I mean, good for the Saints. Good for the Saints
for what you thought
for what we thought it was. And they could have won the game last week. And with Purdy being out and Kittle being out, it makes it way more plausible. Like, I mean, it's much, much more even playing field. The big difference, though, is the 49ers defense is drastically better than the Saints defense. And the 49ers offensive weapons that are still left around, specifically CMC, Ricky Pearsall looked good last week too.
Them too.
I just
Stop
remember
the list there. That's better than whatever.
Just remember what Mac Jones did last year on the Jaguars. Like, he kept them in contention.
Yeah, I mean, my thought is
for what they were for them.
I think there's going to be a line advantage, specifically the Niners D line against Saints O line. There's gonna be good advantage there with Bosa. But just at the end of the day, with both just trash can quarterbacks, you could boil it down to just CMC versus Kamara and Everett. CMC's he's good to go this year, so
yeah. I mean, also, I just think one of these kind of games
locked
comes
and loaded.
One of these kind of games also come to coaching, and
Brandon Staley's the DC of the Saints.
I think so.
Assistant defensive coach, because I saw
Saleh's the DC again. Saleh's the DC again
of Saints.
Of the 49ers.
No, I'm talking.
Oh, he's on the Saints. Yeah.
Brandon Staley is the Saints.
I thought you said 49ers. My bad, because he was on the 49ers.
Staley's. I don't know if he's DC. Yeah. I think
he
were showing him.
I'm pretty sure he is. He is the DC. Okay. He is the DC.
Even.
Oh no, is it Matt Eberflus?
He was just on. Shit. I saw him on a sideline. God, what sideline was he on? Where did I just see him? Where did I just see?
Oh, Cowboys.
That's where he was.
Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, also just coaching comes out of that. Like you know how I feel about Robert Saleh.
Are we both on Eagles? Because I'd say that's
Eagles.
Game of the week. Eagles.
Both on Eagles.
Super Bowl rematch.
Big difference. The differences we have were Bears, Lions, which we'll talk about.
Oh, let's start Commanders, Packers. That's tonight.
Colts, Broncos, Commanders, Packers, obviously, and then Bucks, Texans.
Let's start Commanders, Packers.
So here's my thing. I think the Packers looked really good last week. They looked really good. Obviously, I'm biased. It's really hard for me to choose the Packers in any given week. But for the sanctity of the podcast, I will try to get the best record possible. I just think about the Commanders. I think Bill's percentage snap rate is going to increase. And assuming that his yards per carry and everything continue, I know it's the Giants, but the Giants have a much more formidable front D line than the Packers do. That's one of the, if not the best defensive line in the NFL right now.
Oh yeah, Giants. And if there's one thing that team has done correctly,
right,
D line.
And with
Kayvon, another
story. But
he's not even starting. Right?
No, I think he is.
I think
he
definitely is. There's no way he's on the bench.
But with Bill averaging 8.2 yards per carry last week on 10 carries versus a much better defensive line, including especially an interior D line, I think that if they increase that, it's going to be easier for them to run. Not to mention, I do think that Terry and Debo versus the Packers secondary is spooky. And obviously they have Micah Parsons, but Grant, the Commanders have played Micah Parsons every year, 2 times a year. They kind of know how to handle him. I'm expecting him to be a little bit more.
And also correct me. Week. Well, no, I know this for fact. Holy shit. Dan Quinn literally was Micah's DC.
Yes, he was. He was. So I expect him to be a bit more neutralized. I think pound for pound, like if the Commanders play up to the best of their ability, they will beat the Packers.
Sure. Yeah. My thought is last year, well, on one of my fantasy teams, I got Jane Daniels and Bill. So we have their offense, Everett. Okay. So I'm watching like a hawk this year. And, Jaden Daniels, it was a bit of a slower start. Obviously, Terry, I don't think it's Ayuk situation, hold out and like rusty like that. I don't think he's being Ayuk.
No, but not practicing does give you some rust.
He's little rusty right now, just in the flow of that offense. I was surprised the most last week with Debo's usage. I was like,
I was too.
Damn, Debo doesn't look that fat on this team. That was a pleasant surprise for me as a Jaden Daniels owner. And as a Bill owner, he pulled the James Harden,
Grant. He pulled the James Harden.
Some people might be like, "What? You don't want more weapons in the offense?" No. I want more weapons because that guarantees touchdown, which is likely going to Jaden Daniels or Bill. So that's why. No. Give me as many weapons on this offense so we can get first downs.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I mean, you did take the Packers, so
yeah. The Packers look horrifying. Oh my goodness. I think Micah Parsons played 10 snaps last week.
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he was on. I could be wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't
Uh,
be surprised if he was on a snap count. I would be surprised if it was only 10 snaps.
I think I remember. I think it was something in
I was watching
10 to
Red
20.
Zone for most of the day though, so
Same.
I
I
wasn't
I mean, I had
fully
to confirm for
tracking.
the Waterboy faithful how this should actually operate. And I'll be honest, I don't even think I noticed the commercial. I'm gonna be honest, Everett.
Oh, I did.
I don't
I
think I
did.
noticed. I'm gonna be honest. Uh, but I thought the Packers looked really terrified. Oh, Everett, who's Carl Brooks?
Why?
Because this dude's analytics. 6th round pick in 20. It says he's D end, but he's the number 3 analytical D tackle in the NFL. Okay, that one's interesting. I'm just the Packers to me look like soupy contender. It's looking, ooh boy, when I'm watching them play. And I can't fade them
Just
right
remember,
now.
the Lions
I'm
looked horrible. Just
no, I
remember
know.
how the Lions looked horrible.
I'm aware, but I also think that that ever there's a chance that the Lions are still going to be an 11-12 win team, and what's going on in Green Bay is
All I'm saying, if the Lions, granted, the Lions are an
WMD.
11-12 win team, Minnesota Vikings are like 9 wins. So
Well, I mean, that's just gonna be a rolled division. Might not be that much rolled after seeing the Bears. But that one's gonna be interesting. Hey, fun fact of the week: the number 3 offensive lineman in run blocking win rate, Donovan Jackson.
Jackson. Yep, I'll get to that too.
Hey,
But
I don't want to take a victory lap, but dog,
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 dog. But I mean,
dog.
is it just your point? You're pointing the Packers just because of
Packers
how
look
they looked last
horrifying,
week?
and yeah, they look like shit, Everett. I'm scared for you. I know how upset I was when I watched Michigan do it.
I mean, look,
I'm
I'll
not
be
even gonna put
honest.
that out into the abyss. I'm not
I
even gonna put
don't
that out there right now.
I see the
Effed up on
Packers,
me.
Grant. I see the Packers. I see what they do. But my registration of how good the Packers are in the season comes when they play the Vikings.
Okay.
That I like. I'll rank them at like 3 or 4, whatever. When I do my top tens, they'll be
When
ranked.
do you
They'll be
play?
ranked.
Don't tell me it's like
Uh,
week 16 and 17 because you always play
oh no,
two
we play
divisional
them.
back to backs at the end of the year.
We play them the final week of the season, and then we play them week like 12.
Oh, okay. Okay. I swear, specifically your division, they'll do like Vikings
Yeah,
Lions week
but
15 and
my
17.
big like obviously I do like grade them fairly accurately upon what I think through my top tens. But for me to actually think about for myself how good or bad the Packers are comes when they play the Vikings. Everything else doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I rank them 2. Doesn't matter if I rank them 13. It comes when they play the Vikings. But still, I mean, that's my reasons for taking the Commanders. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll be proved wrong. Um, Another interesting thing though that I want to talk about NFC Northwise Bears Lions game. You have Lions, I have Bears. I went back and forth in this game. I really do think the Lions likely are going to win this game. I can't see them coming out of last week
Yeah,
and
no,
shitting the
the
bed.
Lions 0-2 to
I
start the
can't.
year. Think
I
about
can't.
that.
But I will say through the first half of last week, I saw
The Chicago Bears.
we all saw how good the Chicago Bears could be. And I know, like, from my personal experience, like, I know at the end of the game, I didn't, let me finish. I know it's at the end of the day, at the end of the game, it didn't seem like the Bears offense was actually moving that much. And it seemed like the Vikings defense was pretty stout, which at the end of the day, it kind of was. But seeing what Caleb Williams could do, like, it didn't feel that way to me. It felt like it was always really hard to stop the Bears offense unless we were doing some crazy shit, which is what we started doing in the second half. And the Lions aren't going to do that. So my expectation is there's a possibility the Bears come out and they play better. And the Lions defensive line is not as good as the Vikings defensive line. They will be able to run better. Their corners, I mean, they did just sign Reed They have Terry and Arnold. Their corners are probably better than what the Vikings have, but you can open up the run game. You can open up the pass game. And I think having that first game under the belt, Ben Johnson knows, Jared Goff's strengths, weaknesses, that offensive strengths, weaknesses. He's going to be able to help his team more than the Lions players are going to be able to help theirs.
Oh, sure.
And I think that's the advantage that I'm hoping to see here and catching them early in the season where they're not really in the groove of their new system.
Oh, yeah. And also just from that logic, this was even going back to that Ohio State Texas game. Texas, by keeping the same coordinators, Ohio State staff had an easier time preparing for their than Texas did with Ohio State's new staff. Like Matt Patricia hasn't called a defense in 8 years. Shit, I don't even know what film you look up to. Like where do you even start? I mean, so I don't know. What the fuck? What do you even do?
I also just think though, like this is the opportunity.
Like, you're gonna have. If they're gonna get one, it's this one, not later in the year.
Yeah, and I saw the promise of what the Bears could do, but they need to keep the first half.
Hey, there's a ton of
and I saw how weak the Lions could be.
Yeah,
and I would expect them to turn it around, but if somebody would beat them like this and a team that you wouldn't necessarily, it'd be the Bears.
And if there's one thing last year, my regret. I wish I stuck to my roots a bit more. Divisional opponents,
out the window.
Everything out the window, especially the second time they play. Especially second time. Truly, everything. They know quite literally everything that's about to happen.
Now, if you ask me to put my money where my mouth is, I would take Detroit. But I don't have to do that here. I have the luxury of saying the Bears. And you guys just heard all the reasons why.
No, we don't. The punishment is the shame you feel the week after when you announce the picks for the podcast. Yeah. That's the shame.
Well, I'm already doing that now, so there's not much shame going. I got to pick up a game here or there now against you.
I honestly, know this. I love ratings. It's one of my favorite things to do when I get to the schedule. So
I know you love. It's the shame of having to go first in the picks. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Grant, Broncos, Colts.
Yeah, Broncos look yucky, icky. Bo Picks. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Not
sophomore slump.
Not a great looking start to the season versus the Titans.
Yeah. The worst.
Courtland Sutton, great.
Well, not the worst team, but
Courtland Sutton, great. The rest of that team, including that defense. Oh boy. Here's the thing. I need to see it through. I need to ride the Danny Dime wave because I know it's going to die at some point. And
the wave's
one
crashing.
Of those. It's one of those things where it's like like every season you have somebody comes out of nowhere, and it's like the first 5 weeks of the season, 4 weeks of the season, they're just fucking
Donald
like Fitzmagic. 3
Gino,
weeks balling. Jameis, Derek Carr last year, the Saints, entire team.
Has these. Yep.
Yeah. For Danny Dime's sake, hopefully it doesn't crash. Hopefully the wave persists and it goes through. But the Colts,
hopefully,
the Dolphins.
Hopefully the wave doesn't crash for a few more weeks.
Yeah, the Dolphins. The Dolphins also could just be so bad that they made the Colts look so good. Yeah. But that's a locker room momentum setter right there, and that's one of those things. Shane Steichen, let's not forget how good of a play caller he can be.
And I just feel like you trust Shane Steichen to get the culture set.
And I mean,
he seems like a no BS coach.
Danny Dimes did something last week that hasn't been done since Peyton Manning.
Oh yeah, when I saw that, I was like,
this is back in Lucas Oil
scores. First time since Peyton Manning and like 08, 07, before it was like 04, 05.
I mean, but back in Lucas Oil, like I don't think the Broncos showed me enough last week where I'm confident. I took them last week to win. Took them in Survivor. They didn't show me enough where I'm certainly taking them over the Colts. And it's kind of similar to the Bears in this situation where I'm saying there's a possibility of this happening. I just think it's a little bit more so for the Colts over the Broncos compared to the Bears over the Lions.
Yeah, this is one thing that stuck out to me. And I'm looking at pass rush, run stuff, pass block, run block, win rates. this stunned me because I didn't expect this to be the case based on how it looked for Bo Nix. But the Denver Broncos were in the top half in every single metric when it came to pass rush, run stuff, pass block, run block. They were ranked top half in every single metric. Just taking a quick gander through Everett, I think I can actually officially announce they are the only team in the NFL to be in the top 50% in everything, technically.
I mean,
the
it's not hard
Chargers
when you beat them
technically
30-38.
50%. Well, no, this is the Broncos.
Oh, the Broncos. Sorry.
The Broncos are top 15 in everything, which surprised me based on how they played. I did not think they would. I thought something must have been awful for that to happen, but they were. So that to me just means Nix quite literally played the worst football game like of his life. Like literally.
Well, their run game was also not necessarily great.
The run
J.K.
game,
Dobbins didn't look terrible, but
the
stout.
thing about the run game was they were getting, they had a couple of chunk runs. Dobbins had a 20-yard run. RJ Harvey broke off a 50-yard run before that, setting up Dobbins. But take those two out, they were not running very well. And that was one thing where I was really high on going into the offseason. Broncos, like whatever running back was landing there, because they were the number one O-line in the NFL last year. And, you know,
I mean, I would just like to
draw.
Say, I mean, the defense,
the Broncos.
The defensive line is much better for the Colts than it was for the Titans. So,
yeah, Titans were 22nd and 20th in pass rush and run stuff. And like
the Colts defense
the Colts
is pretty
were actually
good.
23rd and 21st. So
I'm just saying on a paper basis, looking at paper basis.
You know, Colts, I was impressed. I liked what I saw. The thing that stuck out to me the most is their very first drive of the year, scripted drive. Tyler Warren was targeted the first play and got 2 more targets. So Everett, I think Shane Steichen is telling the world, Steichen to earth, Tyler Warren's our offense. So we might be bracketing Tyler Warren. I think he runs like a 4.6. I think we're bracketing him. Shit. Yeah, Surtain might be traveling.
I mean, this is still one of those things where it's you catch them early in the season and when people aren't prepared. But I mean, hey, KOC school of quarterbacking. I mean, yeah, that's
and this shouldn't have anything to do with it, but yeah, I can see the Broncos and oh shit, they're both 1-0. Could I see the Colts starting off 2-0? You know what? In this league, I could.
You could see them 2-0, but I could see
the Colts be 2-0,
not 3-0, 2-1.
Oh yeah, hell no.
2-1,
3-0. 3-0.
See, that's the thing.
You're a football team.
I could see the Lions 0-2, and then I see them 4-2.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like I'm thinking Chiefs could drop this. Like we both pick Eagles over Chiefs. I think they could start off 0-2, and then they just win 10 straight.
They just slaughter straight down.
And
the line.
I mean BTAs, belt to asses the next 10 weeks. Like they are just demolishing teams. I know that's gonna. The Rashee Rice when he comes back.
I mean, Grant, they can't do that. They play the Ravens in 2 weeks.
Dude, I can't believe it. Ever is there any? There's no chance they don't win the AFC West.
I mean, Grant, I'm just looking at their schedule.
Like
I'm just looking at their schedule. Eagles this week. Ravens in 2 weeks. Jaguars frisky.
Can you just check and see if they have Cowboys and Giants on the schedule? Because I need to know.
Cowboys.
Okay, so Everett, remember, I have to play the Eagles too.
They play the Cowboys.
Everyone in my division has to play the Eagles.
I know, but I'm just saying for them. Commanders are on there.
Eagles
Bills
are sweeping our division.
Bills are on there. Like, it's not an easy road. What's their Commanders? Obviously,
my concern is that we're all playing them.
But you're not playing the Bills. You're not. I don't know if you are or not. But like Bills.
Do they play the Patriots and the Dolphins? Check.
No.
They don't.
No.
Okay. So that's their
but
one-off.
I mean, they play the Ravens, they play the Bills, they play the Commanders. Obviously, you do too.
Do they have Bengals, Steelers, Browns? I don't know.
No.
I haven't looked up what
No, they don't. But
Okay.
like it's not an easy road.
No,
for
but they
them.
got screwed with the Ravens and Bills as their two
And the Lions.
non-uniform games.
Lions are there if they lock back
Well,
in.
we're NFC North.
I know. I'm aware.
But like, I have to play the Lions too. So like,
I know, but I'm
not
still saying,
like counting.
I'm
that
just saying
against the
generally,
Chiefs.
like it's already hard games, but they're picking up an extra at least 2 or 3 games. They play the Texans too at some point.
Sure.
So,
I just
but
I can't believe that the Chiefs. Nah, I can't see it. I have to see it to believe it. I can't predict that. I know, just
we'll
like you with the Packers, I need to see it before.
We'll see it.
We're
We'll
both
see it.
traumatized by our boogeymen in our own ways. So,
do we really need to talk about the? I know we have 2 different teams, Bucks and Texans.
no, I mean we think both of these are probably going to be nice little ones for both of us, right?
I have the Bucks. You have the Texans.
Oh, I thought you were saying Vikings, Chargers are games.
No, no,
Bucks,
no,
Texans.
No.
Oh yeah, this is a really good game. Like I wanted to go Bucks here badly, and this shouldn't be deterring my picks. It's probably why I'm bad start of the year, but I'm like, dude, I just can't see the Texans starting up 0-2 and Buck. Like
I can.
It's not
their
how
O-line,
I should be doing it.
Their O-line wants to kill CJ Stroud, so I can.
Yeah,
this is not how I
look
should good versus the Rams. They did not look good. It was a close game because both teams looked bad. And Puka got stabbed, but
both look bad. The one thing that I will say that has me excited, Houston,
and the Bucks played a very not bad Falcons team last week.
Yeah,
like the Falcons looked good.
Hey, Falcons. Until last week, they were 2-5 in their last 7 against the Bucks, just straight up. Which I was like, oh shit,
won't be that way for much longer. I'll tell you that.
No, Texans. This is it. This is the big thing. Conundrum, kind of confusing, but okay. I don't expect it to be like this the whole year. Texans #1 pass rush win rate, 31st in run stop win rate. I do not expect that to remain throughout the. That's crazy.
So first I'm hearing pass rush Bucky and almost over less. Yards.
Well, but potentially, but I expect that to even out slightly.
It will.
I don't think the Texans are going to finish with the second to worst run defense in the NFL.
No, also, but this week is not necessarily. This week is not necessarily like. Also, keep in mind, like the Texans, the Bucks have a much better offensive line, like tackles, than the Rams do.
Oh, sure.
So I just like Danielle Hunter and
Will Anderson
are not going to be putting on as much pressure as they were last week. And to the same extent, I'm assuming the run stop will be a little bit better than last week. So it will average a little bit out.
That was crazy to see them 30 for a D'Amico Ryan's defense.
I like the Texans. I like CJ. I know. Nico. But what I saw last week was absolutely it was disgusting.
Oh, it was.
It was horrible.
It was gross.
It was really gross. I just expect a team that has Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans,
fair.
Emeka Egbuka, that has Bucky Irving, Emeka Egbuka.
Thank you. I heard something different. I heard something different through. I heard Emeka Muka. I was like,
it might have been like the spit.
Yeah,
like
I think you.
Like,
you just cut out the mic real quick, but
yeah, no, I just a team like that, a defense that they have too. Like I just with the O line the Texans have, like Vita Vea is about to feast upon Ed Ingram. Like, it's going to be foul.
I have a fun little prediction just in general for this whole week. I think last week was just a across the board stinker for a lot of top wide receivers on their teams. Like Jamar Chase, stinker. AJ Brown, stinker. Drake London, relative stinker. But there were a lot of stinkers from wide receiver. Nico Collins, stinker. So there were stinkers from a lot of top wide receivers.
No, I know.
I expect this week all of those dogs. You're getting 14 targets. Nico Collins also think it's hard. Targets.
It's also just hard because the offensive line does not give CJ a lot of time.
I'm aware. I'm just saying, like, that is a problem. I think CJ's equipped to deal with that better than other guys.
Did not
I
see
still
him
don't
last
like
week,
it.
but
I still don't like it. Don't get me wrong. But
I just think pressure and deficiencies in certain positions for the Texans are probably going to be why they lose the game. And I'm not saying CJ can't handle it because obviously he makes plays, but like I think it's really hard to do that in the situation that the Bucs are going to present with the corners they have and the D line they have. Like unless you're throwing slants all the way, like you're not going to have time for plays to develop. And Nick Chubb is not setting up the run.
mm-mm.
So
I'm thinking there's a chance we may get like Woody Marks week 4. I don't think it'll be this week or next.
Yeah.
I think we can see like a week 4
I
Woody
could see
Marks.
it next week. I could see it next week, but it would be him and probably Chubb. I think Pierce gets the boot.
Oh yeah, Pierce might be a Vancouver Argonaut pretty soon here. So,
but okay, let's get into our games, Grant. I can start with the Falcons and the Vikings. I'm not obviously I think the Vikings will win, but I'm not saying that like overtly confidently by a margin that a lot of people have been talking about the Vikings after the way that the Monday night game ended. The Falcons look pretty fucking good. Michael Penix looked pretty good. Drake London will now be playing. Drake London will now be playing. And I would just say this. Justin Jefferson looked rusty, and he missed a couple catches that he really would get any other game, I think. And hopefully that kind of rust falls off going into this next game. But really, we're not going to be able to tell. And the problem, and I've told you this, obviously the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is what everybody's talking about from the Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy coming back from a 10-point deficit. I think he was the first quarterback to do that since Steve Young, maybe, or the first ever having 2 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. I think the last quarterback to do that is Fran Tarkington from the Vikings. So, like in their day, like it is unprecedented stuff, really, at this point in time. And I know everybody wants to talk about that, but Grant, the first 3 quarters, the first 2.5 quarters were really bad from a lot of different perspectives. JJ McCarthy didn't look good, and that was a part of the play calling. The play calling wasn't good at all. Super, super conservative, which if that pulls into the next thing, like I'm a little concerned JJ McCarthy and the offense pulls this kind of same thing every week where it's like, oh, we're going to be conservative, taking it slow. Oh, we're going down. We look really bad.
Now we take the training wheels off.
Now we're going to go. Now you go. And that's just not going to work. That's not going to work.
That's not sustainable.
And if that's not the case, and I'll know this week if it is or isn't. And if this happens again this week, we all know how I'm going to respond.
I'm ready to say if it happens again this next week, I'm not ready to say this is confirmed rest of the year. I think I need 2 more weeks for me personally.
Okay, fair. But that's my concern. If that doesn't happen and JJ McCarthy keeps up kind of this momentum, the way
you're just bringing up,
he had murderous intent in his eyes, Grant. When you're murderous,
what you're just bringing up in general, though, like we're not, we're kind of waiting to like let it rip. Like based on what JJ was asked to at Michigan, like KOC knows what he's doing. Like JJ has never thrown 40 plus times in a game to go win it. Like he's never done that in his life. So it's like
problem is they weren't throwing really at all. That's the problem.
Hey, help me out. Jordan Mason RB1.
Yeah, I mean it's very close to a 50-50 split though. They were using Aaron Jones much more in pass catching situations, which is fair.
I think that makes sense. Like
until I mean, obviously it's a bit of a rotation. Like they're still both getting reps, but it was much more Aaron Jones is the pass catcher. But that's kind of my 2 cents on the Vikings. The bigger thing is Blake Cashman is out for a couple of weeks. Gink is in concussion protocol. Jeff Okudah out a couple of weeks. So we'll see. There was only 4 corners on the roster to begin with, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know what you
when
do.
When did Gink get a concussion?
I don't know. It popped up today. So
like what
popped up today. So I really don't know. But Darrisaw should be back, which is a massive plus.
Who was playing left tackle?
Darrisaw. Last week's school. Yeah. Not good. Actually, I don't think I can say what this guy said on the pod. There was a tweet in Vikings Twitter, which made me laugh a lot about what they believed how bad the performance of School was.
Okay.
But I can't repeat it on the podcast because I'd probably get him in trouble with some authorities. But him next to Donovan Jackson, Grant. God. Oh
Help
my
me out
God.
because I have no idea. Is Darisaw like a puller or anything? Get him
He's
moving or anything?
He's everything. He
They
does everything.
they have him do
He
okay.
he can do everything.
My one
But
thing
Grant,
about Donovan is like, dude, the reason I really loved him, he can go out to tackle, but it's not even that. It's
Grant,
like he could do any block, reach
Donovan
block, down
Jackson's
block, pull,
Donovan Jackson's pass
trail.
blocking. Donovan Jackson's pass blocking PFF grade in week 1 amongst all interior offensive linemen tied for first at 88.1. And now you're getting arguably a top
It's my
3,
dog.
not arguably, a top 3 tackle in the NFL back.
It's my dog. That's my dog right there, Donovan.
That side of the line is pretty fucking nice. But
I know it's the weak side, but shit, that's the strong side when it comes to running too. I mean, come on, run it behind, run it between Donovan and big boy Darisaw.
But that's the sum up of the Minnesota Vikings. Keep an eye on all of that. Home opener for them, wearing the alternate classic jerseys, the nice ones.
Yeah, we're having a couple of connection things right now, so we'll wrap quickly. I was just going to say my one little thought on this game was I think Falcons just had some divisional juice last week. I wasn't quite aware of the beef between Falcons and Tampa Bay fans.
True.
I'm aware. Hand up, that's on me. I should have been aware. I wasn't. I am now, but I think Falcons, they had juice for that last game. What juice do you have on the Vikings? What? Help me find it. What? Michael Penix versus JJ revenge call? They don't give a shit about that. JJ cheated. So there's no line there to get motivated. No, this is just like a random game. Vikings winning this one.
Jeff Okuda revenge game. I'm pretty sure he was on the Falcons at one point.
But I wouldn't really say revenge. Like Falcons gave him a second chance, and he's probably thankful for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, probably.
If it was Lions,
probably
we might see 2019 Okuda against T. Higgins when he was making T. Higgins tap out of the game. All I'm saying. And then Chargers Raiders. I'm disappointed in myself, Everett, but shit, I think I have a right to be excited. I might be back. I might be back on the Bolts. I said the season ended like 2 months ago when Slater was out for the year. The season might be back on. We might be in 2025, not onto 2026 anymore, Everett. This week, they got to show it to me, though. If they lose the Raiders this week, all that hype is dead, gone. So you better win. You better win this week. We cannot be losing the Raiders. We cannot be losing the Raiders this week. No,
you're only saying that because you just beat the Chiefs.
Yes. But dude, with that start, dude, it's actually looking hopeful for the team. First time since recording this podcast that's like looking hopeful, and let the good times roll, okay?
You would take a win over the Chiefs. If you had to take an out of the Raiders to beat the Chiefs, give me everything. You would do it.
Yes.
So
hey, I already won my Super Bowl this year when it came to the National Football League.
Grant, can we make a
so I guess it's technically only down.
Can we make kind of a bet right now? Can we make kind of a bet right now?
Sure.
If the Los Angeles Chargers sweep the Kansas City Chiefs this season, you will make a sign and you will go down to the Bolt and stand outside the Bolt with the sign being like, we'll figure it out, but something related to them beating the Chiefs.
Sure.
Just be like, I believe. Just something. If
Deal.
they sweep the Chiefs.
Deal. That's not that out of the way for me.
It's not. So. That's why I brought it up. That's why I brought it up.
Deal.
Great content if that happens. Great content.
Yeah, I would say like a conditional if you sweep the Bears, but it's like no. If you sweep the Bears, you get a cookie. Like cool.
If we sweep probably the Packers right now.
If you sweep the Packers,
I can't really go to.
We may need. You know what? We can modify it. Ooh. Well, you'll still be at You'll still be there next year. You need to paint the angry green wave logo on your. You don't need to be shirt off the whole game, but for at least
You want me to be in the front with
one
angry
quarter
wave?
of a Tulane football game, shirt, tarps off, angry wave, chest painted. One quarter.
I put Green Wave man to shame.
And
I can't do it
would
like that.
prefer if recurring guest Perry painted it.
I don't know if he's gonna.
Yeah, I don't know if he could make that trip.
I don't know if we can make that part of the agreement.
The Waterboy Pod may need to finance this. Okay.
I'll be honest. That's much more of a bet that it's like the Tulane makes the playoffs and wins a game. Like that's a little bit more equivalent to beating the Chiefs twice in one season. But
well, the thing is just I already have my Chiefs win. So I just
one
need one
of
more.
two.
You need to go two more to go shirtless for a quarter. So,
but the thing is, I think it's already possible for me to beat them twice.
Sure. But objectively speaking, I've got one left. You got two. Yours is harder than mine. That's just
so
true.
One game versus the
Everett.
Chiefs.
You can't tell me. You cannot tell me there's a higher chance.
One game versus
the Vikings
Chiefs.
sweep the Packers and the Chargers beat the Chiefs one time. You cannot possibly tell me this.
What's your record versus the Chiefs for the last 4 years?
I mean, sure, it's not great, but you can't, dude. It's one game versus two.
Hold on.
That was my first win over them since we started the pod. That's why it was my Super Bowl effort. We know this.
They are 4-11 since 2018.
Since Justin, look up since Herbie was QB, which I believe was 2020.
3-7.
Hey, those three. Well, here, I mean, this is the thing. 3-7. Since we started this pod, we've had 3 football seasons. Correct?
Four season. Fourth. This is our 4th season. Because remember, we're going in the 4th season of the podcast.
Well, we started February 2022.
I know, but we did the math. We had the 2022 season, we had the 2023 season, we had the 2024 season. This is the 2025 season. Because the seasons are technically before the podcast anniversary. Yeah. So we have season 4.
So just quick math. 3-7. So that's 6 L's past 3 years. That means at one point in time, somehow, some way, on this green earth, Herbert was 3-1 against the Chiefs.
Rookie season?
First 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this may have been against the Raiders. I'm forgetting. Tyrod Taylor lung puncture game. Justin Herbert as a goal line sneak to win it. I think that was against the Chiefs. I could be wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
It was a divisional game, and it wasn't the Broncos. So it's Raiders or Chiefs. I don't remember. But yeah, no. If they lose this one, oh God, I'm pissed. They can't lose this one. They can't lose this. They have to win.
All right, but with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, raise 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at Waterboy Pod. You can follow me again on Twitter at Everett6 and at Waterboy Grant. We post new episodes every week on YouTube and all podcast platforms. Make sure to subscribe, turn notifications so you don't miss a single episode. We also post exclusive content on Instagram and on TikTok as well. So make sure to check us out there so you don't miss anything else. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Waterboy's out.